In all likelihood, you are very familiar with the term minimum viable product, but this is a concept that is very often misunderstood. A lot of entrepreneurs out there believe that the entire purpose of building an MVP is simply to get to market faster, to create a simplified version of their product, just a bare bones version to get it to market. And then from there, they can start to iterate and add additional features over time. But this is not at all the intent of building an MVP. The real goal here is to get very clear on the underlying assumptions behind your product or service idea, and then to build the most simplified version of your product for the very clear purpose of testing those underlying assumptions. In other words, you want to understand what might cause your idea to ultimately fail. What are the assumptions that you're kind of building into the idea right from the beginning? You want to get very clear on what must be true in order for your product to be successful. And then you create a simplified version of your product for the specific purpose of validating those underlying assumptions. Now, in practice, one very common strategy when it comes to building an MVP is to launch something like a Kickstarter campaign or a simple marketing website where instead of building the product at all, you simply explain the idea to your potential customers so that you can gauge their overall interest. So in this scenario, your greatest assumption is that customers actually value the idea that you're hoping to bring to market. So instead of wasting your time building the complete product only, for example, to find out that customers aren't interested, the MVP strategy here might entail simply building out, like I said, a Kickstarter campaign or a marketing website so that you can confirm that, yes, people are genuinely interested in what it is that you plan to build. And then once you've confirmed that fact, you can develop a more sophisticated product. But the goal here, again, is to just determine what are the biggest assumptions behind what it is that you're trying to build.